This is the definitive video for those of you who are unsatisfied with your current VA rating. Whether you've gotten an outright denial, whether you've gotten underrated, I'm going to show you how to win that claim in a fraction of the time. So stay tuned. I'm Jordan Anderson, VA Claims Academy. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Let's get into it. This is how to disagree with your VA claim. You need to go ahead and locate this. VA Form 9er. I need you to print this out. Appeals to the Board of Veterans Appeals. This is what it looks like. Print it out because this is what you want to do with it. And then toss that away, okay? Stay tuned because I'm going to give you a pro tip at the end that will make this process even easier. Look, do not appeal your VA claim. This is a trap that so many people fall into because what? The term appeal, you would think that means, okay, I disagree with the VA claim. No. The appeals process is something very particular. This is going before a legal process. This is something that on average, the Board of Veterans Appeals takes 927 days for a hearing. And like I said in my last video, I explained the entire process where you're interfacing with the lawyer and they can take up to 33% of your back pay. So waiting 1,000 days just to get a third of your lunch eaten, no thanks. There's a smarter way to do this. Let me show you how. We do want to submit what's called a supplemental claim. This is your bread and butter. If you disagree with your rating, if you were denied, you want to do a supplemental claim 9 times out of 10. By the way, this is on form 20-090905. That's the form that you want to fill out. What is a supplemental claim? Look, in life, you know that you take supplements to get healthy, to get strong. That's what you need to remember because a supplemental claim strengthens your claim. This is if you were watching me and you said, hey, you know what? I should have done a personal statement. You know what? I needed a nexus letter for that secondary claim, which by the way, I specialize in personal statements. That's kind of like what my service does. If you're looking at me and you said, hey, you know what? I could have done this. You need to supplement your claim with those documents to complete it. That way it can get you over the hump, okay? Now, if you were telling me that, hey, you know what, I've done everything, I have submitted all the lay evidence, all the medical evidence, and they still got it wrong. It's definitely possible, it happens. This is when you want to escalate, not to an appeal, to an HLR, a higher level review. This is if you are confident that the VA rater is the one who got it wrong, and you have to really look inside and internalize, know how the process works, because an HLR, you cannot add new evidence. This is saying a new rater needs to look at this as is and hopefully give another opinion on the same evidence. I'm going to show you how that transitions to our pro tip because we know that a part of the VA claims process, a huge part is the CNP exam, right? The compensation and pension exam. This is when an examiner is filling out what's called a DBQ on your behalf, a disability benefits questionnaire. This goes directly to the VA rater, and you need to know if this was a right DBQ, if this was filed correctly, or if this was not. So what you need to do, and many people don't even know you can do this, you can actually submit a Freedom of Information Act request to get a copy of your CNP exam and see it. You need to do this because you got to know, is this a bad DBQ? Did I tell them that I'm missing work due to my headaches, but they checked the box that said I wasn't? This happens all the time. You need to know, do I have a bad DBQ? Did I have a bad examiner? Or was I simply unprepared for my CNP exam? If yes to any of those, guess what? You probably don't want to do an HLR because that same bad DBQ is poisoning the well, right? A new rater is just going to look at your entire claim, which includes that bad CNP exam. You would want to then either do a supplemental claim or just file an entire claim on its own, get reevaluated through the whole process. This is what to do, and again, this is saving you 1,000 days and getting a third of your lunch eaten. Make sure you share this with someone who needs it. That is the most important thing. You will be saving them years of stressful time in the process and a third of their back pay. That's how important this is. I hope this helped you, fellow vets. Until the next time, cheers.